Hi everyone and welcome to this Mark Green nutrition workout, and it's one of our power and tones. So you're going to need a kettlebell, and I'd recommend that guys work off 12 to 20 kilos plus, and gals you can work from 6 to 12 kilos plus. And I should mention that I've already filmed this workout once and realised it wasn't recording, so if I look tired, that's why. So without further ado, let's get going. So we're starting with a clean and press. As you can see, it's up and it's press. So we're going to do this 30 seconds each side, and then we're going to throw in another exercise 30 seconds. Good. So that's the form there, so you can see that I'm keeping everything straight. I'm driving from the legs, so transferring the force up through the legs, into the arm, and then again using the legs to press up. Good. And switching sides. So pressing up. So again, you can see that I'm working in straight lines here, so you keep the kettlebell close to the body. So the closer to the body it stays in straight lines, the easier the movement is. Use those legs to drive it up overhead. The exercise becomes a lot more difficult and a lot less sustainable if you're just pressing without the push press using the legs there. And from there we're going into Sidestep Touchdowns. Okay, so you're just kicking that back leg out and twisting the body to the side. It was quite wet when I filmed this, so it was quite slippery, but hopefully in your home that won't be the case, so you might even be able to get a little quicker than I am here. But if you can't, then just stay with me. Good, so that's our pace as a minimum. Alright, back to cleans and press. If at any point throughout the workout you need to take a mini break, that's fine, take your rest. I'd much rather you had good form and perform good reps than imperfect form and throwing it up there, because then you're going to increase your risk of injury. So once again, same principles, keeping the weight close to the body, pulling up, turning that hand underneath once you catch the kettlebell at shoulder height, and then pressing up, transferring the force through the legs. And we're switching sides. Good, so keep that pace. Nice steady pace, we're not doing it too fast, but we're getting a good enough pace that we're also building an element of cardio here. Cardio resistance. Power movements. Good, come on, keep pushing. And we're back into slides. Change it up. Side to side. Kicking that back leg out, twisting the body, touching down. Good guys, come on, stay with that pace. Bending the legs, not in the back. And time. We're going from there into kettlebell snatch. So it comes straight overhead now, as you can see. So let's go. So locking that arm out, straight overhead, so there's no catch at the shoulder now. Straight up and over. So we start in between the middle of the legs, comes up pretty centrally throughout the body, switching sides, and then just catching it overhead there. And this is a great way to train sort of Olympic lifting if you're not very good with the bar. It takes out a lot of the technique required, and you can work unilaterally, which means we're training one side at a time, so the body has to adapt to that. So changing our center of gravity, it's good for the core, it's good for the legs, good for the arms. Whole body workout, really good exercise. Good, stay with it, and time on that one. And from there we're going into Stuttersteps. So as you can see, just pacing those feet back and forward fast, and changing to your left. And back to the middle. To the right. So there you can see the feet just patting along on the floor. To the left. Middle. Right. Middle. And time. Back into snatches. Let's go. Maintain your form. Focusing on pushing up through the legs, transferring that force. So you see the force is generated in the legs, and then I'm transferring that through my body. Force transfer training. So any force that is created is never lost, it is just changed throughout the body. And then we're switching sides. Good, guys. Really focus on that technique, pushing that arm out. If you feel any pain that isn't your typical muscular ache or from exercise pain, and it's more sort of a sharpish pain, then I'd recommend looking at your technique. And back into stutter steps. Good, so get those legs going nice and quick, and we're turning to the left. And back to the middle. Good, 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 come on, push. To the right. Middle. Keep those feet moving, let's go. Left. Middle. And time. Alright, next exercise, we're going into Woodchoppers. So we're generating that force from the side, catching the weight as it comes down, and then ending in a similar position as the snatch. You can see that that outside leg there is pivoting to help generate the force. And I'm doing it with the heavy kettlebell here, but on the next set I will drop down just to demonstrate it at a lighter weight that's more manageable. But you can see where the generation of force is coming from. And we're switching sides. So it's coming up. So you should feel this in the core, in the legs, in the biceps, in the shoulders. So it's a great exercise. Really works the body in a different way. We're getting that rotation force that you don't usually see. Good. And notice that pivot. Make sure you're pivoting on this, especially if you're using heavier weights. Just helps protect the spine there. And time. Going into plyometric lunges. So jumping those feet out. Body goes downwards, not across. If you struggle with this, you can just go into normal lunges. Let's see that from the front. So body stays pretty central. Knees come out pretty straight. Like I say, if you struggle with the jumps, just go into normal lunges. And if you struggle with normal lunges, then just do split squats where you stay stationary. So let's see that again, this time with a lighter weight. So we're going back to Woodchoppers. So just a more manageable weight here, so you can see that pivot there. And then just coming up, generating the force round and up. If you find that you are losing technique and that you have a lighter option available, feel free to drop down through the weights as you progress, as the body starts to fatigue, just so you can maintain that technique. And we're switching sides. Good, so just pop that right up there. So we're swinging it round, it's all about force generation. This is a power movement. Good, guys. Focus on the technique, focus on keeping that weight in the areas that it should be, so we're not going too far away from the center of the body in terms of holding the weight out away from you, because that's going to put more pressure on the spine. And we're going back into plyometric lunges. Another great power exercise, generating force up through the legs and challenging them, because the force generated by the jump would be a lot more than if we were just stationary on the ground. Seeing that from the front again. Good, so stay with it, guys. Also producing a great cardio effect. So you feel your heart pumping during this. And time on that exercise. And we are going into jump squats. So just holding the kettlebell between your legs, we're just going up. Legs might be burning a little bit, so feel free to drop through the weights if you need to. If you have another option, then drop down to a lighter weight, and if you don't, you can just go body weight as demonstrated here. So just trying to keep that pace, guys. Up and down. Good. Soft feet on the landing, and that's time. So from here, you're going to get into a push-up position, putting the kettlebell out to the side. Push up, walk your hands across, push up, jump in, and then briefcase deadlift. Out, down, across, down, cross, down, jump in, briefcase deadlift. Okay, then we're going to repeat this on the other side, so you can either turn the body round on the next rep, or next set I should say, or you can move to kettlebell, whatever's quicker for you. And back into it, guys. So we're going jump squats. That's it, keep that pace. Remember, you can drop through the weights if you need to. No shame in dropping through the squats. You're better off having a better technique and maintaining proper form than trying to do improper form at a higher weight. So if you need to drop down just the body weight, then that's absolutely fine. And you can see here that my body's starting to lose a bit of form, but luckily that's time, and we're going back into briefcase deadlift push-ups. So that's it, down, walking across, down, and then jumping in, pick up that kettlebell. Good, down and across, down, across, down, jumping in and picking it up. Good, and get those legs back out, down, and that's time. Right, we're going to rest for 30 seconds before this next exercise, so grab some water if you need it. Now the reason we're resting is purely because there's a bit more technique to the next one, because we're going to do a twisting motion. So to protect the spine, you don't want to be coming into this fatigued, so you're going to need a little bit of rest. This is our last exercise. We've got about 3 minutes, 2.5 minutes left of the workout. It was a really great exercise though, going into clean press rotations. Alright, so bring it back. Getting ready now. You see here, I'm just about to start the timer. 30 seconds each side. So again, it is literally a clean and a press, and then a twist, rotation, and push it out. So you can see on that inside leg there, which is my right leg, as I clean it up, I step back and then generate the force and push up. Good. If you have a weight that's a bit lighter, you might want to push out a bit more, so that the angle of the arm is more towards 45 degrees rather than 90. And switching sides, same thing, cleaning up, stepping out, and then just rotating through the body. Good. Good, guys. Come on, keep that pace. See, I'm starting to tire here. If you need a mini break, that's fine. Good, and we're going to take 30 seconds in between. Rest it out, shake it out, whatever you need to do. We're going to go one more set, and then that's us. Great workout in under 15 minutes. Okay, we're coming back to it. Let's go. So we're cleaning, step back, twist and press. Notice that back leg there, rotating out, generating the force from the legs. So all these movements, the force comes from the legs, so it's a whole body workout. It's not just a shoulder exercise, it's not just an arm exercise, it's a core and whole body rotation exercise. So come on, keep going, we're nearly there. Last few sets, last few reps. Switching sides. So just notice how that force is coming through that back leg and transferring up throughout my body. Remember, I'd already done this once and the camera was off, so I'm starting to fatigue. Maybe you're a bit fresher than me at the moment, but by this point, I was feeling it. Come on, guys, give me one more. Squeeze it out. Come on, push. Transfer that force. Get it up there. Good, and time. Good job.
Thanks for visiting, guys. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel for access to more free workouts and access to fitness and nutrition knowledge. And also don't forget to subscribe to our site for updates about Fit Club, Mark Green Nutrition, and also benefiting from plenty of extra knowledge about fitness and nutrition. Thanks, goodbye.